Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Tonight, you're going to see what happens when a community works together. Pershing Elementary School was in danger of closing as part of SAISD's so-called right-sizing plan. But then people near that school got to work. They created a plan to give Pershing Elementary School a lifeline for 1 year. The Night Team's Patty Santos explains how they did it.
Isabella Soto is all smiles because next year she's staying at Persian Elementary School with all her friends.
The school stayed open, so then we were happy.
And so was Isabella's grandmother, who can't say enough about how the school staff support her family.
It's a great school. Just don't take the kids anywhere else. Give them a chance to stay in our neighborhood because this school is really good. They have good teachers.
Persian parents also say there's deep roots in the 300-student campus.
I came here when I was little. My mom came here, and it's a family school.
And that attitude is what's keeping Persian open. Months ago, Persian was on the chopping block. But then, parents, along with the leadership of the Government Hill Alliance Neighborhood Association President Rose Hill,
we have a great school,
got together and rallied the community. After that, San Antonio ISD removed Persian from the closure list.
What's your objective?
Well, our objective basically is to bring in those 151 students that we lost and help Pershing.
A 17-page community proposal was presented to SAISD leadership. It highlighted the addition of hundreds of units under construction in the area near the school. It also pointed to the area's low crime statistics and the written commitment by neighbors and developers to raise enrollment.
How are you promoting? You've become a marketing team for this community.
We're going to knock on every single door in Government Hill.
The school district is giving them 1 year.
And now the real work is getting started.
The real work is getting started. They ask us that we're going to do like a PTAs, that's what it is, and start doing some fundraising.
My kids are here every day, and I will continue to prove to whoever I need to prove to that this school deserves to stay open.
Parents have a message for families in public schools.
What do you say to those communities that truly want to save their neighborhood schools?
Organize, organize, organize.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Tonight, a Uvalde mom is making a desperate plea. Someone stole some of the things that belonged to her son, who was killed at Robb Elementary in May of last year, and she wants the stuff back. Now, we're talking about Felicia Martinez. Her son is Xavier Lopez. She went on social media saying that on Monday night, someone broke into her car at Cowboys Dance Hall. Her post shows where she says that her car was parked, along with a photo of a fidget spinner that she says looked just like Xavier's. You see, Martinez says that Xavier gave her the fidget spinner the morning of the shooting. Someone also stole her blue tote bag and her purse, along with other items memorializing the 21 lives that were taken at Robb Elementary. And Martinez is begging now to whoever took it to return her stuff.
So that's the last thing he touched. That was the last thing he gave me. Please, if anybody sees any of these items, just please return them.
Martinez wasn't the only victim on Monday night. San Antonio police say that same night, there were 9 other burglary reports right there at Cowboys Dance Hall, and hopefully that mom gets her stuff back. One home raided 4 times in 1 year, the most recent happening tonight, and now there are at least 10 people in custody, according to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies and the SWAT team swarmed a home. That home, you'll see it in a moment, off of East Houston and North New Braunfels. They were executing a drug warrant. Now, because that home had already been raided 3 previous times this year, and since weapons were involved in the past, Sheriff Javier Salazar is hoping to either condemn that home or just demolish it.
We realize that this is most likely a nuisance property. That has been some of the comment that we've gotten from neighbors. My understanding is there was also a shooting recently nearby where a 14-year-old young boy was shot. I mean, that's just, we're just waiting for something bad to happen.
But BCSO isn't done yet, because tonight they're also searching surrounding areas for weapons in this case. Tonight, we're learning more about a shooting incident between San Antonio police and an armed suspect. This is the body camera video from the incident that SAPD released this afternoon. It shows what happened on October 17th on Gus Garcia near Colima Street, just west of downtown. The driver and passenger got out of a car during a traffic stop, started running. The officers arrested the driver, but then continued chasing the passenger. And then when that passenger tried to jump a fence, police say they told him to stop, but claimed that he raised his gun at the officers. That's when police say they opened fire. Now, you can't see that on the tape because we froze that video. 19-year-old Richard Rodriguez was the passenger that was shot and killed. Investigators say that he had a second gun on him. The man accused of shooting 3 San Antonio police officers and leading them on a wild chase across the city this summer has officially now been indicted. That's Jesse Garcia. He's charged with aggravated assault, robbery, and kidnapping. Now, this dates back to a string of incidents that happened on August 24th. If you remember, police chased him through the west and the southwest sides of town. It was just a mess. At the time, Garcia had been out on bond on 4 other crimes. The district attorney's office says that if Garcia is convicted on this latest set of crimes, he faces up to 99 years in prison. Now to this, it's a question. Was it an accident or a murder? That's what a jury has to decide in the retrial of Amanda Montoya, who's accused of killing her boyfriend. The victim was 47-year-old Cesar Gallegos. He was found dead with a single gunshot wound at his home back in 2016. 4 years after that, Montoya's case went to trial, but it ended in a hung jury. Montoya's attorney argues that Gallegos had been drinking the night that he died, took a gun out, and that Montoya had pleaded with him to put it down.
She asked him to put it away. She picks it up and says, "Put it away." She does know nothing about guns. And she held it in the palm of her hand, and he pulls her to him, and the gun goes off.
If she's convicted, Montoya faces life in prison. Now, switching gears, if you've lived in San Antonio over the past few decades, you have likely heard the name Alamo Ranch. The area was the center of tonight's Know My Neighborhood on the news here at 6. Our team asked neighbors why they love living there. They also asked them about their concerns and what they want people to know about the place that they call home. Steve Spriester, Myra Arthur, and Avery Everett sat down after tonight's newscast to talk about what they learned.
All right, we're here at Tripoli's in the heart of the Alamo Ranch neighborhood. We just wrapped up Know My Neighborhood episode number 2. And we learned a lot about Alamo Ranch. We learned about the traffic. We learned about Via building a park and ride out here that isn't very popular. We learned also about car break-ins.
Yeah, we talk about this is a feature of the good, the bad, the frustrating. This would be the bad, Avery.
Yes.
You talk to a family that has not been the only ones to experience that. This is a widespread problem, but they have gone to some pretty unique lengths to deal with it.
And I think it's important to mention, right, this family has had 5 break-in attempts over the past couple of years, but they love this community so much. I mean, we hear it from everyone who lives in Alamo Ranch how much they love this community, but there are definitely some issues. Mailbox break-ins, especially around the holidays, and then those vehicle break-ins.
You can't deny the popularity, though, of this neighborhood. People love the trees. They love the fact that they're out of the city. I mean, this is the county.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the growing pains are what we saw, but we also saw how many people just really enjoy living in this neighborhood.
And, you know, car break-ins, that's something that people deal with all across San Antonio, all across South Texas. And that's what we continue to see in these Know My Neighborhood stories, where we're highlighting the issues, the things that people celebrate about their neighborhood, but they really spread far beyond whatever neighborhood it is we're highlighting, so people can identify with it wherever you happen to be. Right?
Yeah. If you missed our episode of Know My Neighborhood, you can, of course, catch it on KSAT.com, on KSAT Plus, on YouTube, and so many other streaming platforms. And, you know, learn about the sisters that were here before Alamo Ranch was even a thing, the history of Alamo Ranch. So that's going to wrap it up for Know My Neighborhood episode 2. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, this was a really cool episode, by the way. You can take a deep dive into all things Alamo Ranch right now on KSAT.com. You're going to find the full episode there along with each of tonight's stories. We even have a time lapse that shows how the land that's now Alamo Ranch has changed over the last 40 years. It's really, really cool to see that because, you know, so much of San Antonio is changing. In other news tonight, Bernie ISD has a lone finalist for superintendent. That's Dr. Kristen Kraft. She's been an educator for 28 years, and she would be the first female superintendent in school district history. The school board gave Kraft unanimous support, and now she's set to replace Dr. Thomas Price, who's going to retire at the end of the year. This is something we want you to know about tomorrow. You have an opportunity to help people in need. KSAT and our community partners are teaming up with SAPD and the nonprofit Zapatos to help deliver shoes to local families. We're holding a phone bank for you to make donations. That's going to be tomorrow from noon to 7 p.m. You can read all about it on ksatcommunity.com. And a quick programming note, Friday's Bernie-Lavernia football playoff game that was originally scheduled to air here on KSAT 12, that's been moved to MeTV. MeTV, that's where it's going to air. Instead, KSAT's going to show Friday night's new episode of 2020 on former Border Patrol agent Juan David Ortiz. He's convicted of killing several women on the U.S.-Mexico border. As a matter of fact, our own Erica Hernandez is going to be featured there in that episode for her work covering the investigation and also the trial. 2020 is going to air Friday at 8 o'clock right here on KSAT 12, right before the Nightbeat. Now, still coming up tonight, the holiday season is upon us, and this year you have a chance to honor those who served our country and are no longer with us. Also this, unfortunately, the season of sickness also here. You know, the cold and the flu, they thrive at this time of year, but now there's an illness that's affecting dogs. Stay tuned for that. For us, this is cold and flu season, but now vets across the U.S. saying that they're seeing a new sickness in dogs. Here's the thing, though. Doctors don't know much about the respiratory illness yet, but they do know it's highly contagious and it could be deadly. The reported symptoms are similar to the common kennel cough that includes sneezing, coughing, eye discharge. The only difference is that the symptoms in this case don't go away. So if your dog is consistently showing any of those symptoms, just take them to the vet, just to be safe. Now there's a call to honor the men and women who have served our country but are no longer with us. The Night Team's John Paul Barajas explains how to make sure that they're not forgotten this holiday season.
Walking down a row and there's wreath after wreath after wreath on a grave, and all of a sudden it gets to the section where your loved one is buried and the gravestone is bare. And it feels like they're forgotten.
That was the case for 75% of headstones at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery last Christmas. David Bolser with nonprofit Senior Veterans Incorporated is teaming up with the Wreaths across America to make sure those who served are remembered.
We get to celebrate things like Veterans Day and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and to do everything that we do on a normal day. We get to celebrate that and enjoy, and that would be with our family and so forth because of what they've done.
Bolser is calling on residents right here in Military City, USA to donate wreaths for the cemetery's 160,000 graves. But Matt Kostak with Wreaths Across America says right now, there's only enough to cover about 12,000.
We'd love for this month to get, 20 or 30,000 more headstones covered. I'd love to see a quarter of the cemetery again this year filled.
Covering 25% of those graves would require nearly $700,000 in donations. The time to help is running out. The donation deadline is November 28th.
They understand the sacrifices that all of the veteran and spouses have gone through. You see a lot of tears out there, but you see a tremendous amount of respect for the men and women who have served.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
So Wreaths Across America expects around 5,000 volunteers to lay those wreaths on December 16th. But here's the thing, you could sign up to help. And if you're interested in donating a wreath, we have a link for you on our website, ksat.com. Let's make this happen. All right, let's get you ready for tomorrow. Right now out there, it is 59 degrees. Looks like a, decent night out there, but tomorrow it's going to be a cool morning, huh?
Yeah, another cool start to the day. I mean, we're going to drop another 9 degrees overnight, but right near 50 tomorrow morning. So some long sleeves to start the day, but you won't need them in the afternoon. Basically, just like the past few days. You can keep the windows open. Next cold front arrives on Monday, and with that, it's going to turn windy and a bit cooler. It's going to be affecting Thanksgiving holiday as well. We'll get to that in a moment. Want to get you out the door for tomorrow morning. Right near 50 in San Antonio, some mid and upper 40s in outlying areas. For example, Kerrville, Comfort 48. Meanwhile, 50 in Seguin, 50 in Uvalde and Utopia. But notice how quickly we warm up. By 10 a.m., it's 64 degrees, and we've got full sunshine throughout the day tomorrow. So warming really quickly, especially with this dry air as well. By noon, we're at 70. And then by 4 o'clock, we're at 77. So a big temperature spread from that comfortably cool morning to the pleasant afternoon. Helotes 73 tomorrow, Converse 76, Utopia 75, along with Floresville and even Pleasanton. Notice our temperature trend, not changing much all the way through the weekend. Even into Monday, we're at 75 degrees. And then notice the cold front arrives at some point on Monday. We don't know the exact timing yet, but probably midday afternoonish. Thereafter, the temperatures fall off a bit. By Tuesday, we're talking a high temperature of only 60. So most of the day spent in the 50s. And by Wednesday, about 64. And still some cooler than average temperatures expected as we get into the Thanksgiving holiday. So let's talk about the overall pattern. What's happening? What's coming our way? We've got disturbances on each side of us. West coast of the U.S., moisture coming onshore. East coast down near Florida. Southeastern U.S., we've got active weather. We've got this bump in our upper level flow right now, part of the ridge or Big Blue H over Mexico. That's going to be breaking down, and this huge swirl currently in the Pacific Ocean, that's going to be heading eastward, and it's going to bring some more moisture onshore. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be really bringing it into our neck of the woods. Our rain chances are pretty low. But this big system here swirling in the center part of the country, it is going to help push that cold front through on Monday. Not only that, behind it, that cool northerly wind to set the stage for some cooler than average temperatures for most of next week, and even including the Thanksgiving holiday. Rainfall potential, I mentioned, we're not very optimistic with this one. Pretty low chances. Most of it's going to be outside of Texas and outside of our area, which bodes well for traveling in and around the state for Thanksgiving. Notice our rain chances, only 10% Sunday and Monday. Unfortunately, we even dropped them from the 20% we had before. Notice our morning temperatures taking a dive behind that front, near 40 degrees by Wednesday morning. So that means some 30s, upper 30s, especially in some outlying areas, maybe even mid 30s in the hill country by Wednesday morning of next week. And Thanksgiving, assuming everything stays on track with that upper system and it doesn't change much between now and then for what we're expecting, the Thanksgiving forecast should hold tight. Right now, a lot of sunshine, 42 in the morning, so a chilly start to the day. By the afternoon, we're at 65, and then Friday, we're up to 72 for the high temperature. And I do want to point out the winds as well. I mentioned the winds will pick up around that cold front. Monday, wind gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour. I actually think closer to 40 mile per hour gusts Monday and Tuesday of next week. So get ready for that.
Wow, Adam, thank you. Can I just say go Hawks?
Absolutely, Larry? Yes. Go Harlan Hawks. They advanced to the 6A state semifinals.
The first time?
For the very first time, yep. Yeah. After 6 seasons, this is their first time going to state. And the Harlan Hawks are not only playing to win it all, but they're also playing for their head coach. And Draymond Green, well, his antics cost him some green. Coming up.
I love it. Like, usually it's football over volleyball all the time, but this time it's volleyball over football, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, y'all really do love us. Yeah, it's great. It's amazing.
The Maya Man and the Harlan Hawks volleyball team are all having fun and enjoying the extra attention as they prep for state in big board sports. For the first time in program history, the Harlan Hawks volleyball team qualified for the UIL state tournament. The Hawks are 44-5 this season and getting ready to play Katy Cinco Ranch in the Class 6A state semifinals. The Cougars are 37-5 and making their second state appearance. So Harlan is ranked 8th in Texas per Max Preps, with Cinco Ranch checking in at number 17 in Class 6A. Harlan advanced the state by beating Laredo Johnson, Los Fresnos, Warren, Lake Travis, and Dripping Springs. So what does Harlan have to do to beat the Cinco Ranch Cougars?
But I think the main thing is going to be focusing on our team. You know, I think that's really what we do. We don't really focus as much on the other team as much as our side of the court. We know like we made it this far because of what we've done in the past and what we're going to continue to do.
I think we just need to take everything that we've done in practice and just put it there, like all the rotations that we've ran and all the plays and everything, just put it into play.
Like we have a strong middle, we have a strong right side, we have a strong outside. Like it doesn't matter where we go, we have a strong person to hit the ball. We can rely on anybody to put it down, and that's what I think our strength is.
The Hawks are not only playing to win state, but they're also playing for their head coach, Monica Gonzalez, because her dad recently passed away. Coach says her team has shown her nothing but love and support during this difficult time.
They've been phenomenal. The team, the parents, the staff, everybody. You know, he passed away on our first playoff game on October 30th. So again, we just, you know, having to tell the kids, but the love for each other, the love for me, like it's just kind of one of those things. And just a reminder of how much he loved Harlan volleyball. He would sit in the stands, he would play through every point, kick his feet up. He would give me his scouting report. So they knew how important it was. But you know, we've kind of played in honor of him.
The Hawks will get a send-off tomorrow morning, and on their way out of town, they'll stop at a local church to pick up Coach, whose dad's service is tonight and tomorrow. Harlan will face Katie Cinco Ranch in the Class 6A state semis Friday night at 7 at the Curtis Coble Center in Garland. Now, over at Providence Catholic School earlier this evening, one of the top 100 basketball players in the country signed on the dotted line. Callista Bird Martin completed her national letter of intent paperwork to play basketball at Texas Tech. Callista is the 63rd ranked player in the country, a 4-star combo guard, and one of the best players to come out of the Alamo area in the class of 2024. She plans to study molecular biology and told us what tonight's signing felt like after all of her hard work to get here.
It is extremely exciting. Like, it's surreal. You know, I've been dreaming about this moment my whole life. Not, you know, to just go play basketball at the highest level possible. And the fact that I'm signing to play for Texas Tech is just surreal to me.
Callista will be enrolling early at Texas Tech to work on her strength in the weight room and also get to know her new teammates in Lubbock. Congratulations. How are the Spurs handling this very tough time? After the break. After playing at the OKC Thunder last night, the Spurs held practice this morning at the Victory Capital Performance Center as they look to turn things around this season. The Spurs lost last night 123-87, their 6th loss in a row, dropping them to 3-8 on the season and 0-2 in the NBA in-season tournament. The Spurs are going through a tough patch right now and doing their best to fight through it.
You know, just keep pounding the rock. Keep pounding the rock. I feel like we're doing a good job. We're doing everything. We do everything right. You know, we just have to do some things better. You know, come out the game stronger, stuff like that. So we're gonna be all right. You know, when we get in the huddle before games, you know, we're talking to each other about that. You know, don't come out slow. You know, like Jetty said, just strike first. So that's what we've been trying to do. And, you know, we're getting better at it.
Spurs will host the Kings Friday night at 6:30. All right, Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green put T-Wolves center Rudy Gobert in a headlock last night, and today the NBA handed Green a 5-game suspension. That'll cost him about $770,000 in missed salary. Also penalized by the league for their roles in the incident were Gobert, his Minnesota teammate Jaden McDaniels, and Golden State guard Klay Thompson, all fined $25,000 by the league.
Yikes. All right, thank you. We'll be right back. So we have breaking news right now. The government is going to stay funded and running for now. The Senate just approved House Speaker Mike Johnson's 2-tiered plan in an 87-11 vote, just one day after the House passed it and 2 days before the deadline to get a deal done. The 2-part measure would fund some government departments through January 19th. Other government departments would get funding through February 2nd. So right now, the plan is going to head to President Biden's desk, and he's already said that he's going to sign it. Now, here at home, before you go, we want to remind you that tomorrow you have an opportunity to help people in need. KSAT and our community partners are teaming up with SAPD and the nonprofit Zapatos to deliver shoes to local families. We're going to be holding a phone bank for you to make donations. That's going to be tomorrow from noon to 7, and you can read all about it right now on KSATcommunity.com. Adam.
All right, mornings in the low to mid 50s, afternoons into the 70s. So big temperature spread from comfortably cool mornings to pleasant afternoons. But then next week on Monday, a cold front hits. Winds picking up Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures drop a bit next week.
All right, that does it for us here. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow. GMSA starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good night.